Hey, this is Kat with Love Your Weed. I've decided it's time to do a video on why I take medical marijuana. First of all, I want to say that I really enjoy using marijuana recreationally. However, most of the time when I use marijuana, I am using it for medicinal purposes. Uh, Probably the most urgent use for my medical marijuana comes from my severe migraines. I have a type of migraine called complicated or complex migraines, and basically, the side of my face goes numb, and the pain behind my eye is like unbearable, and the pressure that builds up, and the migraine starts from back here and comes around instead of like other migraines are in the front. Anyway, it's a pretty severe type of a migraine to have. I have migraine auras, meaning that I see flashes of light and jagged lines in my vision. Um, and the severe headache at least 2 weeks out of every month when I am not using marijuana. When I use marijuana, I have severe migraines about twice a month, I would say, and they last for a couple of days. Mostly, I have migraine auras, which is awesome because having a migraine aura without getting the actual pain is still considered having a migraine, which is part of why it's a complex migraine. Um, so sometimes I see things like flashing lights in my vision, but don't get the headache. And I think that that is definitely from the medical marijuana because it's basically allowing the visual auras to happen, but stopping the severe pain and the numbness that I usually experience. Also, I use it for something called complex regional pain syndrome. It is a syndrome that I am lucky enough to have in my right foot and part of my leg and my left shoulder and my arm. Complex regional pain syndrome has the ability to ruin my life if I don't take care of it properly. So I do. And neurologically, it's a my brain sending the wrong messages down to my foot, such as don't send the blood down there. And so then my foot turns white, and I try sticking your foot in the snow for 5 minutes until your foot turns white and see how it feels, especially if you bump it into anything. Oh man. So it seriously will stop sending blood down to my foot. So pain signals like, ow, your foot hurts. That happens a lot too. And then there are the actual spots where my foot was injured, where I have 3 different break points, and those points hurt when I step on the ground when I'm not medicated. So a lot of the neurological symptoms have lessened with my medical marijuana use, and I use it for my lower back pain. I use it for sleep because I've always pain makes it hard to sleep, and so I've had struggles with sleep, and so I use it for appetite, which right now I really don't need that. I seem to have quite an appetite right now. I think it may be one of my new medications. But anytime that I struggle with nausea or a lack of an appetite, which is the worst for me, when you're starving and you can feel it, your stomach is like, feed me, and you open the refrigerator and you're like, yeah, no, I don't want any of that. So anyway, those are the reasons I use medical marijuana. I also use it for recreational purposes because I like to relax, I like to laugh, and I like the social aspect of it. I like that sometimes using the right strain and having the right ambiance will allow me to have like a trippy experience listening to Pink Floyd while I'm stoned, or watching a Thor was pretty cool to watch. All of the graphics were pretty amazing while I was stoned. So those are the kinds of reasons I use cannabis, the medicinal, recreational,